Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. We're going to do a quick update video here on MATIC, see kind of what's going on here with this most recent increase. Obviously, the price has shifted a little bit since we last spoke, and we want to kind of take note of that. Okay, so if you're new to the channel, I'm not a financial advisor. Just love teaching people to trade. I hope you can learn something here today. If you do want to become a better trader, again, cryptocash.tech is a site. Link down below where you can learn to become a little bit more of a consistent trader. I've got a lot of resources on my website, etc. Check that out, but if you want access to signals and my academy, that's also available too. Last but not least, be sure to reference our newest partnership with Bitunix. Phenomenal exchange. Thanks to you again so much for providing such benefit to my members. If you use my link, you'll be eligible for those benefits. I think there's loot boxes and deposit rewards. But more importantly, they have like trailing stop losses and phenomenal benefits there. No VPN, no KYC required. And if I heard correctly too, I heard that BingX is going to start requiring a VPN or KYC. So just know we got to kind of get ahead of the curve if you're already using BingX. Again, that's just how it goes here in the States or in Canada. You got to kind of just jump through all the hoops. It's a wonderful time. But anyways, just know that's kind of available for you if you need it. So with MATIC, what we want to talk about, yesterday we kind of left off with the price being overextended but breaking a previous key level resistance. And we can see right here, this is that resistance level. Okay. So the truth here is that the price action is doing very well, and that it came right back down to bounce off that level. So this is actually a pretty good sign. So even though we are overextended again, as per usual, most coins are right now, I'm not super concerned with the price action pulling back dramatically now that we've broken through that level. And just to kind of give you perspective, the reason why that level is important is it was a previous high back in July that we had difficulty crossing. Okay? And that after we having crossed that doesn't mean the price is just going to shoot to the moon. It just implies that we're going to be able to see better, better price action here, and that's going to be a support, which it already has acted as a support level. So we'd like to see that. We're going to talk about the back end stuff here too as well, kind of see what's going on with the liquidation. So let's just jump right into that. We can see this is the last 7 days of liquidation, and holy cow, look at how much. Right at 75 cents is a super, super large amount of liquidation for longs. So just be mindful that market movers, they like to sweep liquidity quite frequently. And if the price does pull back to that lower level, be very, very cautious. We could see a pretty strong little squeeze to the downside. Yes, it's true. You can actually see long squeezes just as well you can see short squeezes. They're less common because people are more likely to go long than short, but you can definitely see that happen. Okay, so just bear in mind we're definitely gonna see some catastrophic behavior if the price breaks down to that level. So we know kind of roughly where we're at. So 75 cents is a strong area here of contention. We got a lot of liquidity at that level. What's the 4-hour time frame tell us here? So let's take a quick look here. Quickly to note, first of all, money flow index is still fairly high. RSI is tapering off below 70, which is actually good. Gives it a chance to leg up again, right? Because anytime you're at between 50 and 70 on the RSI, it's always a sweet spot. Okay? It really just implies the price action has more potential to move up or down. Honestly, it can go either way, but typically up is in this situation is more likely based on the way that it's been moving. We do got to recognize stochastic RSI is kind of swinging downwards here. This is the first swing down. Oftentimes the first attempt isn't successful, and it's the second one that you want to be mindful of. Okay, so not the first, but the second divergence, so to speak, I've noticed carries the most consistency in the price action actually pulling back. Because again, you see here, first stochastic swing, second stochastic swing. Okay, so just something to be mindful of. Again, just a little thing that you can kind of see in the back end there. MACD is still converging positively, nothing to worry about there. And as far as the moving averages are concerned, we're above all four, but mainly the 20-day SMA. Okay, hanging above the 20 is a good sign. We get below that, it's not super concerning, but it does mean that we want to pay attention to the 50. 50-day SMA to me is an important area to pay attention to. Okay, so when it comes to the fair value gap here, we can kind of see that's mostly been filled. We got a previous one as well, down about 80 cents. I think that's roughly there at about the lower Fibonacci level. So keep in mind, we are not in a bad situation at all right now. Okay, so this coin definitely looks like it has more potential to increase than decrease at this point. Take a quick look at TD sequential. We can see we came up to a 7. We're getting a little reset there. So hypothetically, we consolidate here for the next 12 hours. We should be able to see the next leg up. Okay, because again, look at how perfect this is. Previous resistance establishes itself. Price eventually breaks through. Comes back down to retest as a support and continues higher. Extremely common pattern that you see in trading. Okay, so when we pass a significant resistance level from previous months, then that's even more weight added to this here. So I would say that entry at 85 would be ideal if the price does pull back. But once more, we want to hopefully see the price average out here. Let's take a quick look at the cloud. I'm speculating we're going to be above the cloud here, so let's go ahead and just double check that, which we are. Obviously, that's a good sign, but you got to keep in mind that this window of opportunity is closing. So if you have a long position open, it does imply you may want to consider closing it, just because we don't have enough momentum to carry us to the upside here. But we do have the support level here, right about 0.382, 0.5 Fibonacci. So the price does end up pulling back. Hypothetically, this should provide us with a support level. And then, of course, if this is the highest point that MATIC has gone, we could very well see this be the lowest low, or sorry, the lower low rather. And then we have a lower high, followed by a lower low. Okay. So that's another reason why we kind of want to be careful not to take a long position right now, because it's nice to have broken through that resistance, but it doesn't imply it's going to just significantly hold. But we got a lot of support in that range too. Okay, so I think statistically we have more probability for the price to go sideways and up from here than we do to go down. But we do got to be mindful that if this is the the highest point in which we're going to go in this phase, this triple top, so to speak, then we're going to see a couple of lower lows and a lower high. Okay. So just know that could potentially be the case. So to me, at this point, once more, I would lean a little bit more towards the price increasing than decreasing, but once more, we have some lower lows here and some parallel highs. Not really the type of trading pattern I like to trade into. Okay. But truth is, if this is this is somewhat of a flag pattern, we could very well see the price break up too. Again, patterns on a 1 hour time frame, not as reliable, but it is something still nonetheless. All right, folks, thanks again for watching. Hope you made sense of what I described here. And obviously, if you could, comment below, like, subscribe, follow. Deeply appreciate that. Jumping over to our fantastic exchange we're partnered with, no KYC, no VPN. And obviously, help us grow our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord as well if you want to just be part of something bigger. It's awesome to be able to interact with folks here. And I'm super thankful for all the wonderful feedback I'm receiving. Thanks again so much. Hope you have a good rest of your day. We'll see you on the next one. Take care.